This program is brought you by Hicksville Pharmacy.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, सलमान ज़फर पाक यूएस मीडिया में आपको वेलकम करता है। जैसा कि आपको पूरा पता है कि हम डिफरेंट किस्म के प्रोग्राम पाक यूएस मीडिया पे आपको दिखाते हैं। कभी बैठक होती है और कभी आपको सियासी सपोर्टर्स या उनके लीडर से मिलवाते हैं और डिफरेंट काइंड के प्रोग्राम करते हैं। और अब जो हमने पिछले 1-2 महीने से इलेक्शन सेल का भी शुरू किया है, यहाँ पे अमेरिका में जो इलेक्शन होते हैं उसके बारे में। तो इसी हवाले से आज हमारे साथ जो हमारे मेहमान हैं, उनका मैं अभी आपको तारीफ करवाता हूँ और ये प्रोग्राम इंग्लिश में होगा। तो इंग्लिश जो है यहाँ से अब मैं इसके बाद इंग्लिश शुरू करूंगा और तारुफ करवाऊंगा छोटा सा अपने मेहमान का, और उसके बाद फिर आपको अपना मैसेज वगैरह देंगे, हम उनसे कुछ सवाल करेंगे तो उसके जवाब वो आपको देंगे कि वो कम्युनिटी के लिए किस तरह की हेल्प करेंगे जीतने के बाद। तो इसके बाद अब इंग्लिश में होगा। आज के हमारे टुडे वी हैव अ गेस्ट, हिज नेम इज स्टीव बेहर। He grew up in Bayside, Queens. Steve is now in his 6th year as council member Barry Gronchik. Steve began his career at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in Washington, D.C. He was an attorney in the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, Office of Financial Institutions. He was an associate at the Wall Street law firm Milbank LLP in their New York and Hong Kong offices. Steve then became corporate counsel at Toys R Us, Inc., where he was the head securities and international attorney. Later, Steve opened his own law practice on Wall Street. Steve also served as counsel to State Senator James Sanders. Finally, Steve is an adjunct professor at the State University of New York at Old Westbury, Long Island, New York, where he teaches introductions to US politics. And now Steve is running for New York City Council election this year. So we have Steve Behar online with us. So we will ask him how is he doing and how is his campaign doing. Assalamu alaikum, Steve, Mr. Steve Behar.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you. We welcome you to our PakUS Media. There's a YouTube channel, and all the community in New York and USA and worldwide they watch this channel, our programs. And we have a different kind of programs like for elections. When is the elections in New York? We do like election cell. We introduce candidates, good candidates actually, who has experience. And also we do a program in Punjabi. So yeah, we do one program every week in Punjabi. We invite different people. So let's see. So how are you doing?
Good. I think I was telling you earlier that I had my first vaccine. So we're a little bit tired today, but I think tomorrow we'll feel back to normal. But it's good to get protected and vaccinated, as we mentioned before.
Definitely, yeah. And you probably urge people also to get vaccinated.
Oh, completely. I got my first shot just now because I had gotten the virus back in December and January, so I had to wait a little while.
Mhm.
My girlfriend and her sister are both nurses at the VA hospital out in Northport, Long Island. They got theirs back in December.
Okay.
So everybody should get it. I've lost 6 friends to the virus. My girlfriend lost her dad.
Sorry to hear
We
that.
need to protect our community and everybody get vaccinated so we can get back to normal as soon as we can.
Correct. Yeah, because we don't want life the way it is right now.
I'm a people person, and I miss being out there, especially campaigning. I want to be out there I want to be shaking hands, and people want to hug me, and we want to, see people that I know for a long time. And it's difficult, and it's just it's not really me. I'm a like I said, I want to be around people. Not
Definitely.
nothing against the Zooms, but I'd rather be out there, not on the Zooms.
Yeah, we're doing right now. We're just doing on Zoom because just for precautions,
Yes, it makes
because
sense. We have
ye-
to.
yeah, because then once things are right, then we will be in field. You know,
Hopefully, a little bit later this year. I'm keeping my fingers crossed
hopefully,
that hopefully we can get back to normal this year.
hopefully.
I can't wait to see you in person again.
I know, right? We'll meet soon, person to person. Anyway, so you're running for election for New York City Council. What district is that?
I'm District 23,
Hmm.
and I like to tell people that I believe this may be the most diverse district in
District 23, Queens, right? Queens, New York.
It's in Eastern Queens, and
Mhm.
I like to tell people that I think this is the most diverse district in Queens, and people say, wait, it's Queens, how can that be? But
Mhm.
Eastern Queens, obviously, and I say, listen, we've got well, I'll tell you the areas first. We're um, Fresh Meadows, Bayside Hills,
Mhm.
Oakland Gardens, South Bayside, Hollis Hills, Queens Village, Hollis, Belrose,
Mhm.
New Hyde Park, Floral Park, and Glen Oaks.
Nice big area.
And big area, and we've got so much diversity in this area. We've got, a great, vibrant Muslim population who have been very supportive of me over in Hollis.
Mhm.
We've got a large South Asian Sikh community. We've got a
Mhm.
Hindu community. We've got a Jewish community, a Christian community, Malayali, Christian from India, Pakistani, obviously, um, East Asian, Chinese, Taiwanese, Korean. Um, we've got 10% Latinos in my district, and
Oh,
they're spread out all over. There's no
oh.
like one section that is majority Latino, but they're all over.
Mhm.
And of course, we've got a lot of Caribbean. We've got a black population in tends towards the southwest of our district, and included in there are a lot of the Caribbean communities. And of course, my fiance is was born in Haiti, and she's been here over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a very vibrant Caribbean population there, and she's my girlfriend's. I should say my fiance, by the way. I'm getting in trouble because I just got engaged like 10 days ago.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I'm not used to saying fiance, but
Yeah, I know.
she's
I know you have to see her too. So she's gonna watch this video.
well, she's over here, so she's gonna give me that look if I don't say fiance, right? So, but she's very helpful because she's able to campaign with me and speak in Haitian Creole,
Mhm.
and so it's very helpful.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. And District 23 is a really, really diverse, district.
It
It's
it it's
all
totally
communities are
diverse,
here.
and that's why I love it. That's why I love living here. I grew up in a I grew up in a diverse house. My mother was my parents have passed, but my mother was Christian,
Mm.
and my father was a Spanish Jew,
Oh,
and they were married 65 years.
wow.
And when they got married in 1951, you know, a nice daughter of Italian immigrants didn't marry the nice son of Sephardic Jewish immigrants, but they did it and had two sons, and they had a wonderful life together, and they were married 65 years. I miss them every day.
Mm.
But so I grew up in a house where we literally practiced two religions in the house, and I think that's always led to my tolerance, because how can you not be tolerant if you have different religions in your own home?
Correct, correct. That's right. That's right. And I want to add that in there for people who are, who are watching this program. That Steve, I know him a long time, and he's a nice man. And we need like him in council. New York City Council. So because I know he help support all communities. It don't matter what kind of color is that, he supports everybody. He loves to sport because his boss, Barry Garantic, is same way too, right?
He's the same way. And that's
Yeah.
why him and I, I've known Barry a long time. So we were friends before I was his campaign manager.
Oh, okay.
And then before I was his counsel. So we go back a long time. And he's the same way too. Both of us just want to help people, and we want to help everybody.
He's a very nice person. Yeah.
And I think we've done that over the 6 years I've been counsel with him. And I'm hoping to keep that going forward.
Okay. So question, once you become councilman, what is your plan is to help and support communities? How are you going to do that?
Well, it's funny because a lot of times I get that question. People say, what are you going to do for the Sikh community? What are you going to do for the Chinese community? What are you going to do for the Haitian community? And
Muslim
I always
community.
and the Muslim community. And I always start out by saying, in general, all our communities want the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We start off by saying we all want good schools for our children.
Correct.
We all want safe streets. We all want good job opportunities where we can get a good paying job with good benefits and health benefits. So at the end of the day, that's the first thing we want. We want a good quality of life. We want those issues. Now, each various community has some specific issues that we always have to deal with. So, for example, in the Muslim community here in our district, we had some vicious attacks on people based on their religion, which is completely unacceptable. And we need to stand up for our Muslim brothers and sisters to make sure that that doesn't happen again. That's one thing. Another thing was we need to fight racism and xenophobia. I remember when Trump announced his Muslim ban, I called Barry up and I said, there's a protest at JFK Airport. You need to come and pick me up right now.
Right.
And Barry went over, and there was, I'm guessing, tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
And we protested, and we showed our disgust at the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he pushed something through, but he didn't push what he wanted through. Also, we've got to love everybody. We've got to work and respect everybody. One of the things that I was proud to do was Barry and I worked with the Ahmadiyya Muslims in over on 188th Street.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually wrote the legislation, and we named the street named Ahmadiyya Way in front of their mosque.
Uh-huh.
So at the end of the day, as far as what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that everybody is treated equally and fairly. And we're going to make sure that everybody has opportunities for their children and for them to live in a beautiful community, which is what Eastern Queens is.
Yeah, you have quite a few mosques in your district, right?
Yes, I'll be visiting some of the mosques, especially over in Hollis on Jamaica Avenue. So we've been working on going to visit them. Barry and I have been there regularly, so they know us. So we'll be heading over there to pay our respects and to meet folks and answer any questions.
Yeah, because what happens is that one thing you mentioned about President Trump, and I hope that we don't get Trump era anymore.
Well, yeah, me neither. I fought that from the day he announced he was running for president. I was one of the most vocal opponents of him and his racist, xenophobic, terrible. And some people thought, the irony of this was that when I saw this coming, I'm a student of history, and you could see the racism and the xenophobia and the parallels to the early 1930s Germany and how he spoke about minorities and how he tried to convince people that all your problems are caused by minorities.
Right.
And again, it was the same thing as Nazi Germany in the early 30s. So I was shooting up the flares saying, this is bad. We
Bad.
have to stop this. And some people thought in the beginning that I was too hyperbolic, that I was too, making too much of a big deal of it.
No, you
And
was right.
I was right. By the end
Yeah.
of it, everybody kept saying, you were right. And it's very dangerous. And frankly, when it comes down to it, you know, communities have to stand up for themselves. There's no doubt about that. But we, as other communities, so when the Muslim community is getting attacked, those of us who are Christian and those who are Jewish and those who are Sikhs and Hindu, we need to stand up. We need to stand up for each other.
Correct.
And I've always done that my whole life. And I can't tell you how many times I've taken to the streets to fight for social and racial justice. Last year I was fighting Black Lives Matter. Right now, just last Sunday, I was at an anti-Asian violence protest over in Douglaston. We have to stand up for each other.
Definitely, we have to. Because what happened is that country, is I have been living in New York since about 41 years now. Next month will be 41 years. So I seen very good times here until Donald Trump took office. After that, things got changed.
Well, I think the sad part about Donald Trump and what happened over those 4 years was that I don't think that that racism and xenophobia was new. I think there's a good third, unfortunately, of our population that are racist and xenophobic. And I think that Trump made it okay to be openly racist and xenophobic.
Right.
And that was scary. But what my hope is, and my promise for the future is, I see the younger generation, and most of that younger generation, they don't have those same feelings. Most of that younger generation, especially here in New York City, they all grew up with different people in their class.
Right.
And they're much more tolerant. And frankly, I think these, the older racists will sooner or later die out and become less and less. And we'll live in a great country. I hope I live long enough to see it.
You will. You will. Yeah, because what happens is that this is not American way to do these things. Everyone has freedom here. This is the way United States of America is.
Well, I tell you though, you're right, and people have a right to say racist and other things, but we also, to me, have a right and frankly a duty to counter that.
Definitely.
So I've been at plenty of protests to counter the racists, and I've been plenty of rallies to support people who were being attacked because of their race, their gender, their religion. And I'll continue to do that. I think we just got to fight for everybody. And like I said, I think I feel the future is going to be better.
Future is going to be better. That's it. There you go. Yeah. So what is your plan about once you are in the office about like at mosque and Hindu temples and Sikh gurdwaras for their to secure them? You will make sure that they are all secured and everything.
Yeah, I think I will work with the local precincts, and I will visit as many as will take me in to hear their concerns. You know me for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who's going to sit in my office. I will not sit a lot. I will be out, and like I said, I'm planning to visit some of the mosques already, and I'll be out there and I'm going to listen to the concerns, work with the community, work with the police precincts, and we'll make sure that they're safe and everybody's safe.
That's good. Yeah, you see, that's why I know you. That's why I invited you to join me. At this channel, YouTube channel. So this way you can convey your whatever the way you feel about communities. All the diverse communities in your district. So you provided good information and you have a good plans also. And this YouTube channel whole community watch across board. So if some people not, they're not watching in your district, other people from other side, they will tell them, and then they will
Yes.
watch. This is the way it works.
Sure. And I can tell you also, if they want to find more information, a full bio, and we're working on, we're putting up some issue information up, and it's going up every day. The website is www.stevebehar.com. It's STEVEBEHAR.com. And you can go find out more about me, a little more longer of a bio, and you can see my family there. And you can find out more information.
Good. And send me that information so I can have that on the screen also. Your website, and
Great, I will do
so
that.
we will mention that website also, on the screen while this program will be on air.
And people can go to the website and also communicate to us. There's a way to get through to us, and it comes right to me and my campaign manager. So we'll respond directly.
Okay, that's good then. Yeah. So now is your campaign. So your primary is going to be in June.
June 22nd.
June 22nd. Okay. So if you want to tell something about that to our people who are watching.
Well, there's the primary is June 22nd, and it's important for people to vote. And like you spoke about before, sometimes communities get taken advantage of. And the best way to fight that is to get out and vote.
That's it.
And I'd love you to vote for me, but even if you don't vote for me, just get out and vote, because when a community votes a lot, people won't try to take advantage of them.
Right.
And we should work. I'm on the board of directors, and I'm general counsel to the New American Voters Association. And we work in minority communities and immigrant communities in Queens to get people out and to get them registered, teach them how to vote, and get them out. I've also been counsel to the Haitian Political Action Committee, which I did all their legal work for free. And same thing, we're trying to get them out. And I also put together the Muslim PAC of New York. I did all the legal work myself for free. And so we're trying to get more and more people involved in politics, to get out there campaigning, get out there and vote, because that's important. Because if you're silent, people will think they can take advantage of you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, we will be running your. I got it from your email. That blue box. It has all your information in there.
Sure.
So we will be running in our different programs also.
Well, I thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Because you are a good mentor. We need your kind of person in office.
Well, I look forward to working with you and your community in office. I'm looking forward to being part of this big diverse district here in Queens, and have everybody on board and work together to make it better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm the anchor of this channel is my channel, and also I'm a community activist also.
I know.
So they all know me.
Yes, and that's great, because that's what we need. We need people like you that are going to be outspoken, out in the community. For me, like I said, I've been out into out in Hollis, meeting with the Muslim community there. I've been going door to door. I have several supporters who have taken me around. And if you don't go and meet the people in the community, you'll never know what they need.
Right. Definitely. And I urge everybody who's watching this program, June 25th, you said, right?
June 22nd.
June 22nd is a primary. So you need to go out.
Get out and vote.
Yeah. And, use your right, because you have to vote. That's your right. I'm saying that again and again.
Yes. So, and you can see what's happening. If you saw what they're doing in Georgia, they're trying to make it hard for people to vote.
I see
because
that.
They know that the vote is the power.
I see that. Yeah.
And that's terrible. It's as un-American as you could be. And we need to get out and vote. We've got a strong power in the vote. We need to use it.
Right. I was surprised to see that news,
It's Georgia, and they have a history of this. And
Yeah.
in the presidential election, Trump lost, and they lost 2 Senate seats. And
Right.
frankly, the Republicans are realizing that Georgia, like the rest of the country, is becoming more and more diverse.
Right.
And they feel that the only way they can keep any power is to stop minorities from voting.
Yeah, and it's not American way,
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's
So
I saw the President Biden called it sick yesterday.
yeah, I see that. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So at the end, we're gonna close this discussion now. So we will have it again next time. At the end, you would like to say anything to the community?
I just want to say that um, I hope that you'll support me for the council, and I look forward to being your voice in the New York City Council. I want to be a voice for everybody, and I don't believe in this white candidate, South Asian candidate, Asian candidate, Black candidate, Latino candidate. Like I said, I I had a Jewish father,
Yeah,
a Christian mother, and I'm marrying a Haitian immigrant. I mean, we're all together, and we all have to, work as one. And I'm looking forward to being that one voice that in the city council for Eastern Queens.
that's good. That's good. Steve, thank you so much for joining
Thank,
us.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome, and wish you good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I know that all those people in your district, they're gonna vote for you.
I hope so.
And because I know your office is very, very helpful to the communities.
And I will make sure that the office remains
Remain the same.
And remains the same, and it always looks like our community, and so people feel comfortable coming in.
That's good. That's good. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna close it down, and thank you very much for watching this program. So we will the election cell. We will call him again maybe in near future to get more information from Steve. So just watch this channel, give your comments, likes, subscribe, share. More you share, more people will know about Steve, how Steve is. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of